Welcome to shul.com. We are learning the Chafetz Chaim daily study. And he continues, do not hate your brother in your heart. That's from Vayikra 19:17. So he says, if a person pretends to be another's friend and then behind his back starts to speak, he transgresses the prohibition against secretly harboring hatred. This is especially true if he warns his audience not to tell the subject. So this is a quite common thing where what happens is you see someone they're friends with each other, and suddenly he finds out that his friend, or seemingly what seems like his friend, speaks negatively about him, or in some way is harboring hate, which you found out from other people. That is an isud, because it's a chad bapeh, chad balev. Because if you're truly upset with somebody, the right thing to do is to approach the subject, the person, and to talk to him and to tell him that you're upset and about what it is and to speak it out. That solves the issue. Anything other than that seems to be problematic from what we've seen thus far. Where speaking about it with other people other than that person is a problem, because then it causes lashon hara, it causes richidut, it causes motzi shem ra, it causes a lot of problems, and it causes a sin'ah even if the time passes. The sin'ah stays to some extent. It has to end up at some point coming out. So let's continue. He says, do not, this is number 8 and 9. He says, do not take vengeance and do not bear a grudge. That's Vayikra 19:18. He says, the speaker, if a person speaks lashon hara out of resentment towards the subject for having failed to do him a favor, he transgresses this prohibition. So when the person speaking lashon hara, there's a little bit of a nekama in there. And then B, he says, if the listener encourages or enjoys hearing lashon hara, due to the resentment he feels toward the subject for failing to do him a favor, he transgresses this prohibition. He says, wow. So he says, let's say the person who's speaking lashon hara because of nekama and resentment, he has a problem. He gets an avon because of that. And if the person listening also in some form has a resentment or sin'ah in his heart towards the subject, and he talked to him and it helps or encourages him, or he enjoys it because he's kind of seeing, wow, this misery or sorrow is common, or this guy does this to other people, that becomes an issue. He continues on the bottom. The Tikkun Zohar states that lashon hara can reduce one to poverty, chas v'shalom. Therefore, if a person wishes to live comfortably, he should guard himself from speaking or accepting lashon hara. He continues on the bottom on Shemirat HaLashon Zechira, chapter 4, citing the Midrash. He says, the Holy One, blessed be He, that desires no dealings with the Baal lashon hara and does not wish to save him from misfortune. Therefore, a person has no choice but to guard his tongue from speaking evil. So he shows you here that the result of speaking lashon hara in these cases is not a good one, and so it should be avoided, though difficult. But the impending result is a positive one, and of course, the impending result of speaking lashon hara seemingly is not. Baruch Adonai De'olam, Amen, Amen.